in our agenda. Mr. Anantaram Ganapati worked for hydrocarbon, petrochemical and polymers industry in the areas of project management and technical writing for 19 years. Mr. Anantaram Ganapati sir is the chairman of an NGO, Rohit Memorial Trust, which is into cancer awareness and counseling, educating the girls' child and other social upliftment causes. Mr. Anantaram Ganapati is also an author, advisor, management consultant, and trainer. I welcome Mr. Anantaram Ganapati sir to educate us on AIDA key to marketing success.
Good question. Since many of you are students here, how many of you feel that you're a customer in your colleges or institutions? None of us felt so, right? And I think this is the biggest problem that educational institutions make. And the biggest problem that we as students make, the customer is a devil. They are so demanding, and I hope all of us, they're also the biggest idiots. And I'm going to teach you how to give you a broad idea how to make them feel good. Right. Everything you exist, a company, an organization, an institution exists because of the customer. They are our lifeblood. They give us our khana pina. Please don't ever. So I'm going to take you through a very cliched model of marketing. It has been there for so many decades, and yet we tend to forget it. I think this model has been stretched and contorted and twisted in so many ways. But for our young entrepreneurs, I think this is a good start when you start up your business. And just focus on this for your beginnings. And then, of course, the various dimensions will unfold as the days go by. So, this is a typical marketing funnel. So, let's look at the product, the awareness levels. You've got to make your target customers aware that you exist. You have to make sure. There are so many people who have those huge marketing budgets and so on. They go into advertisements, hoardings, but we never, the real customer never sees or never knows about your product. It is a flash in the pan, and that's not what you want your customer. He must be aware of it. So create all the ways, different media to make your product visible to the customer. Make him or her or an organization aware that your product exists. And once you do that, it's a funnel, right? So it starts narrowing down. Hey, sounds interesting. So you will have to escalate your marketing pitch to tickle that interest. And once that interest is tickled, it comes down out of 100, maybe 20, 30, say, hey, this sounds interesting. And that's when you go in for the kill, the action. The action is making the customer buy your product. It's not easy. It's not at all easy. And how do you go about this? So, in this, you have done the sale. But today, this is not good enough. You will have to work whatever strategy you have to retain. So that is why we have added one more to the model to retain. This is basically post purchase because you don't want a churn to happen. You don't want your customers to go to another service provider. You might say, hey, I have a lovely product. It's a niche product. And the crab mentality sets in, all too familiar in India, even more in Andhra Pradesh. And if I don't survive, nor do you. It's sad. And just retaining a customer, retaining a market share is an uphill task. So let's go through what your sales is going to look like, right? So this is the purchase funnel. So there is a huge potential. There are, according to you, there are, say, 1,000 people who are interested in your product. That is your market potential. Even the definition of the market is going to be difficult. Who is your market? Have you segmented it? You got to segment your market. You got to find your customers, right? So, and then out of this 1,000, you'll have the hot and cold, the group. Ah, I think this 500 should be interested in my product. I suspect he loves me. Then you go into your prospects, starts funneling down some more. And this is where you'll have to segregate the prospects into cold, warm, and hot. You know? Yeah, okay. Oh, really? Ah, a very simple way of determining a cold, warm, or hot. Repeated messages, repeated interactions. And then, of course, you have your customers would probably come down to 20 from 1,000. Imagine if you started off with a base of 400 or 500. The same ratios work. 20,000 is fantastic. Please ensure that your reach is almost in the ratio of 1 is to 50 or 1 is to 100. Anything lesser than that is not going to work. And I think this is where all the interns who are working for you, please send them into the field. Arm them with well designed questionnaires, make them do surveys in your markets. And that is where you're going to understand how many people are going to come. And then from that, if you have that sample of 1,000 or 10,000 people who fill in a questionnaire, you are going to start narrowing down and you're going to get your customers. If you say no, oh, I have this wonderful product, it's 99.9% purity, people will come queue up at my portals. You won't even have the flies and mosquitoes there. Friends, it's a tough world out there. Unless you get out, unless you reach your customer, the customer is not going to reach you. Yeah, you have a great product. So what? Tell me more about it. I'd like to know more about it. Friends, please understand this funnel starts really narrowing down. And unless you do it, well, unless you reach a huge market of people who are likely to be interested, touching different segments, you won't be able to narrow down for this. So how does this work? Yes, yeah, you'll have to. What happened? Yeah, you got to go back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just leave it. I think it went to sleep. Yeah, it went to sleep. Yeah. So the A, the awareness, is what we call as the cognitive stage. The awareness of a brand, the awareness of a product, advertisements, and people that say, hey, here's something new in the market. This does not mean you go in and splurge lots of money in ads. Please place well thought out, well designed, and attractive ads. And I think the internet has played a wonderful role in this. This is where your digital marketing firms come in. Make them, because it doesn't cost too much, but you can have a very good reach. So I think this is good for the cognitive stage. That is the A, to grab attention, to create awareness. And then it comes to the affective stage, where the customer says, hey, I want to know more. Tell me something more. And there is more interest in the product. And say, yeah, good, beneficial. Yeah, suits me. Good, sets into my lifestyle. So the behavior. Now, this is where you have to start focusing on the behavior of your consumer or potential consumer or customer. And then once he says, hey, tell me more, then you have to show more love. Start shaking hands with him or her. Now, this is where the touch and feel must happen. See that bonding? Yes. It's not the boxing match, it's just love. You got to say, yes, come on. And this is where you start giving your freebies. The touch and feel of your product, the touch and feel of your service. This is very, very important. At this stage, have more and more footfalls into your premises, have more and more footfalls into your organization, have more and more live demonstrations. Let them play with your prototypes. Let them feel your, give it to them free, 1 month free. Why do you think you get your software free? Why do you get LinkedIn free for a month? They're going to milk you later. Geo mastered this. I do not know how many of you don't have a Geo phone. I think all of us did. And what has Geo gained in the bargain? A huge, huge, one of the biggest subscriber base in the country. He laid over 47,000 kilometers of optical fiber cable across the country. He didn't charge anyone even a penny for it. Well, the milking has started now. Well, that's it. A clear cut example for you. The touch and feel is what? 2 years, a free mobile, a free connection? Unheard of, right? Forget what the Americans said, no free lunch, right? So this is also a part of the effective stage where, yes, uh, the love has started coming up, right? I need to own it. I'm, this is going to help me. And the moment he says, this is going to help me, you start showcasing all your benefits. You start pumping him up. Yeah, not only this, you can do this, and this too. And you start, adding more and more features to your products. And take action, right? You're satisfying the person's desire, organization desire, the decision is taken to purchase, and the sale is made. Great. Isn't it lovely? Yes. And each stage is linked to what we call as the 7 P's of marketing. I'm sure all of you have heard of this, but please link each one of these. This is the whole semester course, by the way. Yeah. So all of us have heard of these, the traditional cliched 4 P's. But I think many of you are into a service, right? You're offering internet services, you're offering mobile services, IT services. So these are the three that have been added to the traditional 4 P's, and now we call it the 7 P's of marketing because it covers both the tangibles and the intangibles. Make sure your processes are good. You have a well thought out, a well laid out, systematic flow in your process. It could be in a bank, it could be in a hospital, it could be in a restaurant, have the right people to take care. The people are very, very important. If you take a healthcare system, you got to have hygiene. So that's your physical evidence. A good, clean atmosphere, a good sanitized place. I'm sure many of you have visited a dental clinic. Quite different from KGH, right? Even the dental clinic in KGH is a much better place to be in. Do you know why? And do you know why dentists spend so much of money on their clinic? Can someone tell me this? Think about it. All doctors' clinics are not so nice. But you go to a dentist, you'll find the best of chairs, the best of hygiene, everything is autoclaved, sterile instruments. Huh? No, but then you have the drills and saws inside, so he can't utter too much. But huh? They get the return on investment. No, but he invests so much in the first place. He doesn't wait for patients start rolling and then add chairs or add atmosphere. Upfront 20, 30 lakhs is just plain basic interiors for a dental clinic. You know that? They're autoclaves, they're sterile measures. Friends, the mouth is the hotbed of all sources of infection, bacteria, what call it what you want. And that guy is going to be working within a few inches of your mouth. He's going to be invasive. There are invasive procedures. Every dental procedure is an invasive procedure. Even when you go for a cleaning, he's going to scratch your gums, you're going to bleed. And infection should not set in from there. So this is one reason. So imagine that is one reason why you'll find your physical evidence in a dentist clinic very, very high. You go to an operation theater in most hospitals, of course, it is required there. But the rest of it, they don't care so much, right? So, you put all this together and you need to understand right from the price of your product. So, this is where you start segmenting a market based on price. I have my friend here is selling a wheelchair. Now, he may be charging, let's say, 3 lakhs for it. I'm just taking some figure, 3 lakhs, right? Now, how many people can afford a wheelchair costing 3 lakhs? It is the best in the market. But you need to find only that segment. So probably tomorrow he will design a wheelchair for different segments. You can have one which is there in a PHC. You could have one which works in the best hospital in the country. You could pitch it differently. You would have one exclusive one for the parents of NRIs because he knows that they can afford that product. So you'll have to create different models at different levels of pricing. Your promotion, as I said, please do not waste. Say, I've got a fantastic budget, I've got a great loan. Let me go into newspaper ads and hoardings across the city or pamphlets. All pamphlets that come to my house become rockets or go into the garbage bin. Right? I mean, who remembers pamphlets these days? No one does. Yeah. So you have and in a digital marketing, you can promote repeatedly at a very low cost. Have more and more exposure, right? The channels that you use to market, that's what we call it replace, right? Make sure that you're using the right channel. Now, today it's all the social media channels. Email marketing, I don't know, not going to work. Try Instagram. Huh? Email, WhatsApp. My grandfather used to use WhatsApp. Telegram, Signal, Insta. Oh, really? So, well, there's something else is going to come. Well, use the right channels, and all the entrepreneurs here, please ensure your digital marketing team is not more than 25 years old. And if you can get a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old, take him or her on. They have digital blood in their veins. You give a 2-year-old child and then they know how to entertain themselves. They open YouTube and watch their channels. I was shocked, right? And I'm sure already the current generation Z is already shaking their pants. Gen Alpha is going to trample you guys. Believe me, I've seen some of these kids. My God, they're amazing. So please, please focus on that customer. Narrow him or her down, reach as many people, and have a dedicated funnel. You have to create a funnel. You have to monitor that funnel, and do it without being too intrusive. Don't do a bully marketing campaign, but that reminder, constant reminders are what helps, and the touch and feel end of the day. I think that's what works, right? Yes, I think that's what I wanted to share with you, but I would love to hear from you what you thought, what you have a doubt in, what you would like to do in your marketing campaign. Yes, Professor Srinivas. Ah, okay. Different levels, yes. It's a behavior. You make a behavior. No, you don't address all of them. You have to segment your market first. You can't make the whole world aware. So that's where your survey helps and see where who's interested. Start narrowing it down. Digital, you can reach the whole world today in your digital marketing, right? But when you start narrowing it down, when you come to the IND, that is the interest and desire, the funnel has reduced, and that is where your pitch has to go up. That is where you have to give them more and more personalized attention. You'll have to actually feed, see their behavior, see what they want, see what they require, and then maybe tweak your product a bit here and there. And don't say, "Oh no, my product is the best." Remember, the customer's product, or what the customer wants in a product is the best. And of course, customers can be over demanding. I mean, you'll have to draw that line somewhere. But yes, you have to get into the behavior of the customer. You have to impact him or her here. And that has to be done only towards the end, before the action numbers. But I think you're still having a. Yes? Hmm. You have to go into first your product. Your product has to be crystal clear. What are your deliverables? Okay. Hmm. Yes. Yeah. See, in every person who sees your ad, they could be in any one of those stages. It could be an A, it could be a guy like, the other day I was buying I'll just give you an example. I was buying a sofa set, and we've been going to almost all the shops, hunting for a sofa set online, offline, Pepper Fry, Amazon, everywhere, name it, we've done it for the past month and a half. And then finally we physically saw, we finalized. And then my son calls and says, hey, why don't you just have a look in this place also? Anyhow, on the roads, go there. And in a matter of 10 minutes, we paid for the sofa set that we liked. I mean, the whole process can happen like that. You have to create that. That's why I said the touch and feel. For me, it was touch and feel that day. I sat on it. I needed a high cushion. I wanted a comfortable thing for my legs. It gave it. So you see, a customer could be anywhere in the AID a day. Don't create your marketing pitch for the A, and straight away you'll come to know who's in the IND stage, because they're repeatedly coming. That's where you start pulling them in. Hey, why did you come and relax on this mattress for an hour? There are stores that do that. They say, get your whole family, let your children jump on our beds. Why not? The touch and feel. Why do we do test marketing? So it's like that. So you can have customers anywhere in this, but your marketing pitch must be escalated so that the behavior of your customer or potential customer changes, and he or his or her mind is correctly, conditioned by you. And friends, please also deliver what you promise. One of the problems we have here is to overpromise and underdeliver. It is only the reverse which works. Underpromise and overdeliver. Always give that 20% free. Always give the 20% free. A guy is ready to give you a product. He's going to ask you for a discount. So he says, no, I can't give you a discount probably, but why don't I just chuck in a few more tools for you? Have that bank of freebies where the customer says, wow, I got a free Coke. Coke is nothing but acid. But yeah, you got a free Coke. Wow. So it's like that. See, you have to have that pitch. Do you know where the maximum Coke consumption is? Where people who eat biryani. For some reason, they need to chase it up with a Coke at midnight or between midnight and 2 a.m. Mutton, spicy mutton biryani chased out by Coke. Recipe for disaster. But everyone offers it. That's what people want. So give it. Hey, my Coke is free on the house. You go to the US, you pay for one, unlimited refills. You can drink 4 liters of Coke if you want. You're paying for just one small or one glass. I know. Am I right? Yeah. Yes.
So according to Sean Ellis's book on growth hacking, he said that the attention span of today is about 8 seconds. Do you think that people of today would have the patience to go through all the questionnaires and surveys for you to be able to segment the market?
An interested customer would.
So this happens, segmenting the market would happen before the awareness stage, right?
At or before also.
So if it happens before, how would the talk of interested come in?
No, I will, based on my survey, I will shortlist those that, hey, 10 out of 50 people know about my product. That is not awareness also. They just know, hey, this is there. Like, let me give you an example of a soft drink, fruit drink called Tata Fruski. There were huge ads in Vizag. I'm yet to see that in any store in Vizag. They must have spent a lot of money, huge hoardings. And I went to once, I've gone to at least 20 stores. Being a Tata product, I said, let me try this new fruit. What is the use of that campaign? I mean, I still fail to understand. Maybe they didn't find the right number of customers here. Maybe Minute Maid or somebody had, captured that market, or Tropican, I don't know. But Fruski has not yet hit the market in Vizag. But they have created an awareness. So I don't know how many of you have heard of this Tata Fruski. Anyway? And this was at one of the most prominent junctions in Vizag on the beach road, opposite the Park Hotel. It was there for, I think, a month or two, if I remember right. I don't remember. A gross waste of money. Yeah, but yes, as you rightly said, 8 seconds attention span. Yes, that's a lot.
Is it a lot for a questionnaire, for taking a questionnaire?
No. So, question is for an awareness stage would be just one or two questions, not the detailed one. Do you know? Yes or no? Are you interested? Yes. Give me your phone number or your email address if you want. Next questionnaire will have 4 questions. Hey, you seem to have been interested because you take your analytics out. Hey, here are 2 more questions for you. Maybe you'd like to learn more. The moment you get a phone number, that's where you start. And then slowly, the nice the soft pedaling there. Then, hey, that's nice. That's a lovely product. That's a lovely service. Let me go more into it. And then you start tightening the screw. It's not easy, huh? That's why I said the funnel can be really narrow by the time it comes down. And suddenly the funnel can close up. You don't know. Maybe your funnel was not right. After spending all that effort, the funnel has no outlet. It happens.
To surveys or questions?
Alternate to surveys or questions. If you have a product, just have footfalls. I marketed an education program saying, I'm giving you a free 2-week course on communication skills. 4 hours a day for 2 weeks. It's not a joke. You can imagine the amount of resource. But it's just to walk in and do it. Feel. Yeah. The ideal thing, I've seen this happen in the US, you go to Costco. You go there. Most people go to Costco to sample the food that is available free of cost. All the chefs, the product, they all have product demos. Taste this honey, taste this jam, taste this biscuit, taste this new cracker. And by the time you finish one circuit, lunch is done. and but and then they say, hey, did you love our crackers? Yeah. Yeah. Here's a discounted pack for you. Oh yeah, thanks. The sale has started. Yeah. Restaurants do it.
So touch and feel can also be a part of the cognitive stage as well.
Yes, yes. See, touch and feel can be there if, like, a food product is touch and feel. Biryani for 99 rupees. It's visible on the road. Ruchi dosa, a dosa that all my friends love to eat amidst all the dust and dirt and grime and sweat. Paying anywhere between 100 and 200 rupees is selling like crazy. The food carts are selling like crazy because it is visible. How many of you would go to the Daspala hotel and pay that 100 or even lesser than that for a nice sterile, hopefully sterile, yeah, dosa? You get it for 80 rupees or 100 rupees in Hotel Daspala. You sit in air conditioned ambience. You get clean water to drink. You have a wash basin where you can wash your hands. No, Ruchi dosa is visible, and I will eat it there with all the traffic roaming around me. I don't know. So the mindset of the customer is that. So why not? The road from Kotak School down till the Palm Beach Junction. Now Godavari, just today I saw an Insta reel. Godavari, Bajji and mixture. That guy is from Godavari district, the cook. And there's an Insta on that. And he's promoting his Bandi. Yes, Ravi.
That is usually a nutshell of what the final product is. It comes with an empty plant, you pivot, you keep flying until you find the right fit. So how does IDEA work in that? Because it's a very iterative process before you come and because like everybody went through a lot of iterations before you finally decided on what to sell.
No, I think without a product, then you're nowhere near IDA. You first need to have, if not the whole product, at least the basic. This is what I want. I want to get into like the vision of a company. I want to be in healthcare.
No, we know that, but just the
So in healthcare, what is it? A tangible or an intangible? Is it a device or is it a service? Right? Okay, I want to have a home for say a senior citizen. That's not there in Vizag. A good, affordable home for people who are ready to pay a premium price. It's not there in Vizag. We've been talking about it for the past 10, 12 years. But if you go to any of the home for the aged or the senior citizen living in Vizag, lot left to be desired. You go to Bangalore, you go to Coimbatore, you go to Hyderabad, wonderful places, well designed places. So, I mean, I think you should have something in mind. No, that is a minimum thing. At least I am planning on a senior citizen home, or like he's planning on a say a wheelchair, right? Now he is probably, from what I could see, his targeted a really state of the art wheelchair. But how many people can afford a wheelchair of that type? So maybe you'll have to now segment the market. Maybe you have only one particular segment, and once you start servicing that segment, maybe maybe after today you'll say, hey, why not? Maybe even there's a basic wheelchair. Because I sell a premium wheelchair, my basic wheelchair will also go well.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah,
Product variant.
just a product variant for a different segment altogether. See, the moment you like, you are selling a really good, high class premium product, and say, oh, why should I go there? But you also have the basic product available, and people will come to you when you are a quality service provider. So your product is very, very important, Mr. Ravi. You have to have at least, if not the whole product, a basic product in mind, or a basic idea at least. You have to start pitching something, no? See, as you rightly said, startups are really not aware. Based on the survey, they will start getting aware. This is what people want. This is what people want. Hey, maybe I slowly shift. I slowly shift my attention here. No, but yeah, product is required. Yes, anything else? Yeah, yeah. On? Okay.
You talked about the 7 Ps.
Yes.
Is it possible to implement all 7 Ps through digital media like Instagram?
Why not? You can create reels on your physical evidence. You can create reels on your on anything. Of course. Oh, you want to create an Insta? You need a product, and then you can create the Insta based on that.
Can you justify the 7 P's, like the physical evidence?
Okay.
When you talk about the 7 P's,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
can we justify all the 7 points through digital media so that we can convey
Why not? Of course you can. Yes, it is possible.
that the physical evidence?
Physical evidence is depending on your product. You tell me your product, I tell you what you can do on a reel. You have to design the reel. Suppose it's a hospital or a healthcare. Your reel should be on hygiene, sanitation, and so on. Zero infection, like that also. Huh? Yes, we are. Yes, thank you.
So we are left with 10 more minutes. Before ending, we can spend some time on open mic sessions. If anyone has ideas, they can share them to solicit the views of the audience. A reminder to the audience, please be respectful of the people sharing their ideas. Let us build their confidence so that they can fine tune their ideas.